Hey guys, what's up? This is Diego, also known as Digotsu from Insane Star Team, and I'm gonna give you guys a full tutorial on how to run Cloudbot. Alright? So first and foremost, you have to buy your key. There is a few licenses, different licenses. So let's check it out. We first click on the purchase tab, and then you see you have a 10-hour trial, a 50-hour key, and then a 20 hours key. All right, and then there's your two resellers. Since I'm from Sane Store, I'm gonna show you guys how to buy it from there. Okay, you can either click the website. I already have it open. So if you're a foreigner, I mean, if you're not Brazilian, this is how the website will show up for you guys. For foreigners, we use PayPal to get your key. If you're Brazilian, then you click. It's probably gonna take you on the under the BR tab, and then we work with PicPay inside of Brazil. All right. So click here. You try to contact us to get your key. After you have that done, you get your license, and then you click on console. All right, and then it's gonna bring you into this area. Here you're gonna get your key and then send it in order for you to get into your Cloudbot dashboard. It's gonna be a little overwhelming for you guys because it's the first time, but it's quite simple. Um, this is your dashboard. This is how much hours you have left, how many availables virtual machines we have in both NA and AU, your user ID. And then there's the menu on the left. Okay. So first and foremost, what you have to do, you have to set up your scripts, right? You have to set up your CaveBot and your targeting. Well, it's a little bit different with CloudBot, right? We have the file for the waypoints, and then we have a file for the whole config. Um, how can we get a config? How can we get a script? How can we get the waypoints? It's pretty easy, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You have to go under the CaveBot script. So here you have the whole official waypoints, that waypoints, and also the config, the .json that Cloudbot gives you guys for free. There's a bunch of premium scripts as well that we have it as well on the same store. If you go over here and then go down the tab, there is the insane premium scripts here in the forums. And we have a bunch of them for knights, paladins, mages. You can buy them. But let's go back and use a free one since it's your first contact with Cloudbot, right? So here you have your CaveBot script, and then here you have your user scripts. This the community uploads these ones. They're pre-approved by the Cloudbot team. But today I'm gonna use an official script, right? Okay. So you're gonna come down here. I'm gonna use a paladin one because I'm gonna show you guys with my paladin, right? I'm gonna use this demon hero cave. Click here, then whoa, what is this, right? There's no setup. There's no start button. How do I do this? It's pretty easy, guys. You need a few softwares to make this whole thing run. First and foremost, you need two. Well, I use two. You can use just one if you want to. To edit your JSONs, which is your configs, and then another one if you wanna make your own waypoints. If you wanna change a waypoint from official script. It depends on your knowledge on everything, right? So first and foremost, I want you to download brackets. It's basically a compiler, and also Notepad++. This is the one I use to make my waypoints normally. Since today I'm gonna show you guys just how to set up a config on a free script. You don't have to use this one. If you're only gonna use normal scripts, like the free ones or the ones that they make available, you don't need to worry about this. So let me copy here, then go back, file, new, paste. Right. So I'm gonna save it as uh, demons setup dot JSON. Right. So you see that it changes colors, so it makes a little easier to see everything. Um, what what do I need to change in this setup for my paladin? Well, I'm gonna buy retro in a retro server. So first and foremost, I want to use a retro safe script, right? Since 99% of the scripts is made for either open PvPs or non PvPs, which is optional PvP, they don't normally edit in the beginning, right? So how do I do it? Here you can go into the forums, and then there is that tutorial that shows how to make a retro safe mode. All right. So it's basically you have to copy this, go back into your config, put it over here, and then do a comma, or you can do it afterwards. Always be mindful of the commas, the brackets, the parentheses, everything, right? Because if something's missing when you start your script, it's gonna when you're trying to save your script, it's gonna show that something's missing. All right. So what else? Let's see script options. I don't want this imbuements tabs because I already have all my imbuements made and they're powerful and etc. I do them manually, but if you don't want to, if you can just leave every single item that you need for the imbuements on your stash, and the bot itself will renew it every time it runs out. Okay, so since I'm doing it manually, I don't need this tab. I'm gonna just delete it. I also don't want summon because again, I'm playing on a retro server. Summons will get you PK, so this is a no-go for me. I don't want to get Infernalist because my paladin is not that strong. My loot backpack, this is the sorter, so it will put the loot on these depots. All right, I'm gonna change the loot backpack. Be mindful of the backpacks. Every single backpack you have to write it down with the first capital letter. So mine, in my case, is red backpack, so it goes over there. I don't have a squeezing gear of girl power. So what do I have to do over here? I have to find my tool. This is the website I find easiest to find the IDs of the items. So the one I have is the whacking drill of fate. So I copied this, changed the ID. Very important, always change the name and the ID, otherwise it's not gonna work. All right. So the name again is this whacking driller of fate. And since it's an item that in this tab you need to have normal letters. I don't know if it has to be, but I always do it like this. It works for me. All right. Items. It's strong mana potions, ultimate spirit potions, infernal bolts, spectral bolt, brown mushroom. Have infernal bolts in your stash if you're paladin for this script. Uh, ultimate spirit potions as well. If you want to not waste buying everything in the store, you can set it up and get them from your stash. Spells. Okay, so Tanihor, Grant. This one I don't need since I'm not using a summon. This is the Spectral Bolt. Okay, everything's good here. This is the healing part. Ultimate Spirit, Gearing Sand, Ultimate Spirit Potion, Strong Mana, Esoteric. Okay, everything's good here. Supplies, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna leave it as 400 since I'm using two powerful voids, so they're gonna be mana stealing a lot. I don't think that I'm gonna need that much. I'm gonna change also out this one. Actions. I don't have to change anything here. Okay, everything seems good. So I'm just gonna save it again. Control S. All right, so I go back here, go back to my console, start, and then I'm gonna make new config, demons, adron, RP. It's official script, so I just leave it over there, and then I try to find here. We go all the way to Paladins, Demon Hero Cave. It shows that it starts in Adron. I'm gonna choose the file, which is the one that we just saved. Demon setup, and then you can do auto start if you want, which is basically putting up your whole config, and then you click save, and whenever you click start on the script, it's gonna just go automatically. I normally don't use that function, so I just hit save, and then I go over here and start. Okay, cool. How do you connect to your VM, to your virtual machine? Well, first and foremost, you have to download some type of connection to the VN, right? So there's two softwares that I recommend, either TightVNC or VNC Viewer. I normally use TightVNC because I find it a little bit less heavy than VNC Viewer. It's a little bit easier to use, in my opinion. There's a lot of opinions, right? So here, if I restart, the script is gonna be open with an IP and a password, right? So I'll open up my tight VNC. I'll copy the IP, and then I'll copy the pass. I always wait a minute to connect to my VM, because imagine that the VM is starting a computer as if you're starting your own computer. So if you try to connect too early, you're gonna get blocked out and you're not gonna be able to log in. All right. So every time you start a VM, wait a little bit. After the IP and the password shows up, wait a little bit and then you connect to it. Okay. So I hit connect. Then I'll copy the password, paste it over here, and then I will connect to my account. All right, so when you log in, everything is gonna be like this the first time you log in. Okay. The most important thing, which is you have to do first, you have to fix your battle list. I always move my backpacks around so it looks a little bit better on the right side. And since I activated the retro safe mode, I have to add another battle list. So I'm gonna show you guys everything, okay? So first I go to the open sidebar. I move my battle list over here. If you're not playing retro servers, you do not need to do anything beyond what I'm gonna show you guys first, okay? So you go here, you uncheck everything but the monsters, all right? And your battle list has to fit at least 8 monsters over here. So every time I do it, I first go to a spawn that I have at least 8 monsters, make sure that everything fits here, and then I just leave it over there. Then second, since my character is going to use a lot of Inferno bolts and etc., I don't want everything to go into my gold or loot backpack, right? So I always add another backpack first. So everything that you buy or you retrieve will go into that backpack first. And won't mess up everything you have, right? So I always minimize this. make it small, and then I open this one, and then this one. You don't have to have your golden backpack open, but I always do. I don't know why. I guess it's just costume. All right, this is all you need. You don't need anything else to be made. I'm just gonna put full attack. You don't need anything else made because this if you're not playing retro servers, this is all you have to do. Okay. But since I'm playing retro server, I have to do another battle list that shows players. So first I click over here. I'll paste it over here. This one doesn't need to be big because it doesn't matter if you have one player or 20 in your screen. You don't want to be using the spells that will get you either PK, Red Skull, or Black Skull, right? So you uncheck everything but players. You uncheck NPCs and you uncheck monsters. You can leave everything else open. And then you change it over here, you edit name, and then player list. All right. If you put the retro save on your config and then you don't do this, the script will bug out and it will close on you. The tight VNC will close on you. Okay. This is all set. This is all you need. All I do as well is I like to have this open because I can see the EXP and the loot I'm making, and I minimize this. All right. So first you click setup. So the VM will connect to the servers and will load up your config, make everything is running well, and then I'll hit run. And then from here on, the bot will just run itself. It will deposit everything. Will get whatever you need. Since I'm fully supplied up, I don't think it will do anything. It will just get normal manas from the shop. But I have already Infernal Bolts enough to go to the hunt and etc. It's trying to deposit. I don't have anything. It will always do that. And then you have to, what you always have to do when you start a new character or you run a character for the first time, you have to edit your looting, right? So it will either, for example, here it's gonna be hunting demons, right? I don't want it to pick up, I don't know, talents. So I have to change it on my encyclopedia, or the way I do it, it's I let it hunt a little bit, about 15 minutes, and then I stop, I pause the script over here, pause, and then I'll remove or add to loot list everything that I don't want the bot to pick up, or I mean, I don't want the character to be picking it up. And then now we'll wait a little bit until it gets to the cave, run a fill, and then I will show you guys how to quit the bot, okay? Okay, now the bot has everything that it needs, and I believe it's gonna go straight to the hunt right now. Yeah, there we go. Something very important that I have to tell you guys, that it might fuck up your session if you do this. Do not leave the chat open on a conversation. If you do, the bot will try to do every single conversation on that window. So either leave it on the NPC tab, server log, or local chat. Never go to the never leave a private chat open, otherwise it will fuck up your bot, okay? It's gonna spam that player, it's gonna keep trying to talk all the way.
Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. catch me howling at the moon. Tryna catch me howling at the moon. Tryna catch me howling at the moon. Tryna catch me howling at the moon. When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna show you guys how to remove what you don't want from your from loading. Is the same as you need Tibia. Just I don't want to loot Great Spirit potions anymore or the Evil Helmet. So I right click, add to loot list, and then this as well, add to loot list. Right, and then next time you run the bot, there it's all gonna be saved. You don't have to do this manually every single time. You can save it. And then basically I'm just gonna, my character won't die if I disconnect here, so I'm just click quit and then it's closed. There's a few other mentions that I want to make to you guys. It's basically the copy configs. Whenever you want to renew your key, right now we don't have a system that will apply new keys to the existing key. So for now, all we have is the copy configs, which is basically you buy a new key and then you enter it. And when you're there, you copy your older key, put it over here and click on copy configs. It's gonna translate everything that your characters, all the setups and etc. It's gonna save to your new key. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna show you guys a few other things that you can do with the bot and the tight VNC and etc. Here I'm gonna show you guys how you can start the script from inside the cave already without doing the whole refill if you needed to leave the character inside the cave and etc. So basically you hit setup and then it's gonna load up, it's gonna boot up the script. And then you hit skip refill. I do a few times, just make sure, and then I hit run. And it will basically pick up the script from inside the cave. Okay. Another thing that I want to show you guys is how you can put your tight VNC for view only, so you can't move your mouse around because it might fuck up something like that. Basically you come to options and then there's a few things over here that you might want to move around and etc. Here, view only restrictions, and then you check this one and then your mouse will not move around the full window of the tight VNC, which I only do after I have everything set up for my scripts. Everything is good, it ran smoothly and it's good to go. Another thing that it's important is you have there's a few scripts that have this option, go train, which basically while you're running your bot, you click go train and then it will go automatically to the status and then it will log off and train. Okay. And the last thing is basically I didn't mention to you guys, there is this hours leave on the script. Hours leave 9. What does it mean? It means at 9 Central European time it will log off, which is basically an hour before server save. So it's 9 a.m. in Germany, 5 a.m. in most of Brazil. Depends on where you are in the globe, right? For example, right now it's 4:14 in the morning. If it was running the whole time, it would close down on 4 a.m. for me. Okay, and that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any doubts, contact the whole Cloudbot team, the Insane Story team, and we will try to help you out. Okay, have a good one and enjoy Cloudbot.